friends. Get the old Instagram going over here. And hello friends on Instagram. It's great to be here with everyone. Hope everybody's having a happy April 20th. I know I can speak for myself and my funny little honey, and we are certainly having a wonderful, wonderful April 20th. 420, as you might say. So it is just so wonderful to be here with everyone. Let me get things dialed in here a little bit. Get comfortable. How y'all doing? Everybody doing nice? Yeah, see some folks checking in. So my name is Joe Adler, and I am from Burlington. I moved here back in 2003, and a big reason for moving here was higher ground. I've been coming up to higher ground since near the beginning. I believe it was 99. I came up to see a band called Amphibian at the old club, which was shortly after the club had opened, and it's just magic. Just magic coming up here from Washington, D.C., and it was a snowy time, and in between sets you could go out to your car, and we went out and checked out the snowfall, drove around a little bit actually, and came back, walked right into the band, I think covering traffic. And it's just amazing. And High Ground has just always been such a fun place, and when I finally got to play there, I believe it was in 2006, with a band of mine called Electric Halo. We were opening up for the Sun Ra Orchestra. That was just a dream come true. I think really my biggest goal moving to Burlington was to play at Higher Ground. So, and then after that, I've played there a few times, and the staff and everybody there is just so nice and kind, and I really appreciate them for having me here on the live stream. So I'm going to stop talking and get to playing, because we're here for a show. We're here for a celebration. Music heals. If you're looking to donate somewhere, donate to like Music Cares or one of the organizations that's helping folks who are out of work, the road crews. I think that's a really great charity to really support. Those guys go out there and build these amazing cities for us that exist for one night or 3 nights, and then it moves on, and they're sometimes very underappreciated, but always very loved by the people who know what they're doing. So I really raise my hat to all of the folks behind the scenes, and all the folks in the box offices, and the security, cleaning out the trash cans, everybody driving the buses, the folks who really make the music industry move. So so I'm going to start off with an original tune called By the Window. Your rapt attention is required. Tonight I'm feeling pretty inspired. Cast a shadow on the wall. You don't always stumble before you fall. No, you don't. See life through many shades. Sometimes I see it through a haze. I'm feeling pretty tired, and yes, so very inspired. As winter is setting in, I feel the thickening of my skin. The sky grows dark, but not in vain. No time tonight to feel the pain. No. Time we've lost, we now have found. Plant my boots upon your ground. My friend, you're just so nice to see. Times like these sing preciously. Yeah, they do. So that's an original tune called By the Window. It's funny. I think I honestly feel more nervous playing online sometimes than I do in front of folks. It's kind of weird. But it's absolutely amazing to see all you folks out there watching and tuning in. Just an absolute pleasure to be here with you tonight. I can't wait to get back out and see all your faces. And all you musicians, hear all your tunes, because I can't imagine the songs that are being written right now. So this is one that was written a while back, a song of mine called Daily Chores. What should I do when I'm all alone? Pick up my guitar, turn off the phone. Sit right down, write a song for you. I'll sing it red while feeling blue. And I can hear those people on my roof walking around, nothing better to do. Sometimes they knock, sometimes they score, sometimes they start a peaceful war. And I walk myself on my 2 feet. I strut them shits on down the street. Get me to my job by 4 to check the mics and run the chords. Old merriment is such a maze. It peeks its head in every phase. Speak of the demons at my door, I push them back, my daily chore. It's time for bed and I feel sick. I've got to kick this stupid shit. Good night to all my friends indeed. Good night to you, good night to me. Good night to all my friends indeed. Good night to you, good night to me. Speak of the demons at my door, I push them back, my daily chore. So that's the Daily Chore song, and this is the Brothers and Sisters song, and Cousin song. The stars in the sky that lie above, looking down with lots of love. They're all brothers and sisters. They're all brothers and sisters. The stars in the sky that lie above, looking down with lots of love. They're all brothers and sisters. They're all brothers and sisters to me. So far away, so far away, so far away, so far away from me. As I stand out on the beach, I meditate to every beat. The waves cycle in, cycle out, and the sun just turns around. I think of you, so far from me, across an ocean and in my dreams. The waves cycle in, cycle out, and the moon just turns around and 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 around. away, so far away, so far away, so far away from me. Even on a cloudy night when I can't make out one star's light, I know they're out there lying, and the wind keeps sighing. Embrace me now and lead me through a maze of thoughts and visions true, and I'll simply adore you. So far away, so far away, so far away, so far away from me. The stars in the sky that lie above, looking down with lots of love. They're all brothers and sisters, they're all brothers and sisters. The stars in the sky that lie above, looking down with lots of love. They're all brothers and sisters, they're all brothers and sisters to me. Alright, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. My name is Joe Adler. I'm right here in Burlington, Vermont. You can go to my Spotify page, and this is my album that has 19 other Vermont musicians, produced by Brett Hughes. Very, very proud of it. Some of the best horn players, drummers, guitar players, bass players, singers, writers. Chris Dorman's out there. So check it out. Hope you like what you're hearing tonight. Like I said, it's an absolute pleasure to be here with you. I got another original tune. This one's off of that record there, and this one's called Dreams Elope. And actually, I'm going to tune up here, but as I was learning this one, or not learning this one, but doing a little refresher on the song this afternoon, I realized that I wrote this song on April 20th of 2008. Just thought that was a little funny thing, and thought back about how 2008 felt. 2008 felt good. Everybody have a good 2008? If you had a good 2008, please comment about it on the page. Love to hear from you. And just out there, please drop a comment, and I'd love to see who's listening. I miss you guys so much. Hey John, thanks man. I really appreciate your comments. Really appreciate hearing you play out there. And yeah, this one's called Dreams Elope, written in 2008 on this very day. Thanks, Alex. This one's a song. It always reminds me of Bruce Springsteen. I am just passing through for a moment. I hope you don't mind, but I'm tired and I'm checking you out. The place that I thought my soul has been shaking, I was mistaken. Now I look out the window on the horizon of possibilities. Things work themselves out if you nurture and feed them, and pull yourself close So it's your breath that I breathe in. I lay in bed at night and I'm just thinking about the things in life that bring love to me. And I feel drunk, but I've not been drinking. Thoughts turn to clouds and I smile as I fall asleep. Things work themselves out if you nurture and feed them, and pull yourself close. So it's your breath that I breathe in. And there've been things in my life I wished were different, so different. A puzzle of pieces and many questions within it. And I wouldn't change one thing, it's all been made so clear to me. Those experiences made the best of me, and I fly on a melody. Dreams elope in front of me. Take my hand now and you can see that the future is anything. Wake up, stretch out, and shake the cobwebs. It's time to move to the next city. And I am just passing through for a moment. I hope you don't mind, but I'm tired and I'm checking you out. Thanks everybody. Thanks for your likes and your thumbs ups and everything and waves, and it means so much to see everybody out there. I'm so excited for the day that we're all getting back together, getting the band back together, because it will be happening in a joyous fashion. We'll be hooting and hollering, stuff. Just like I was back when I got to see my idol, Ray Davis, of the Kinks at Higher Ground, one of my favorite shows ever. Hearing him play all of the songs that he wrote, that his brother wrote, that I love, it just was quite the pleasure. And I believe, unless my memory is failing me, like it does from time to time, that he played this one. I feel like it was very much near the beginning of the set. So if anybody remembers, if anybody was at the club that night, hey, Mike Venman, good to hear from you, man. If anybody remembers if this was played at the Ray show, chime in. He wrote this song when he was 18 years old. Won't take all that they hand me down and make out a smile, though I wear a frown. And I'm not gonna take it all lying down, 'cause once it gets started I go to town. I'm not like everybody else. 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 I don't wanna live my life like everybody else, and I don't wanna be destroyed like everybody else. I don't wanna get a job like everybody else, 'cause I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. Darling, you know that I love you true, and I would do anything that you would want me to. I'd even confess my sins just like you want me to. But there's just one thing that I will say to you: I'm not like everybody else. 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 And I don't want to live my life like everybody else. I don't want to be destroyed like everybody else. And I don't want to get a job like everybody else. 'Cause I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. Like everybody else. Everybody else. Everybody else. Everybody else. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want to live my life like everybody else, and I don't want to be destroyed like everybody else. I don't want to say goodbye like everybody else. But I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. It's a song by the Kinks. So thank you all for listening. It's much appreciated. It's good to see folks from lots of different parts of the country tuning in. Here in Vermont and in Burlington, where people are just so kind and nice and so cool to each other. Hey, Matt Chudowski, good to see you listening, man. Hey to the family. So this next one is an original tune of mine. It's one of the food-themed songs of mine. I have a few of those. So it's called Coffee and Eggs. Two of the staple foods in my very healthy diet. Whirling around and twirling around when a memory intercedes. Taking it back and feeling a draft and warmth is all you need. Waking up and still messed up, got obligations on the plate. Pushing through and seeing hues on a path presenting fate. When passion takes hold, temptation must unfold, and obstacles erased. Take your maker's mark. Stripes on your bed, some coffee and eggs. You make me forget what's left to forget. I'm feeling deja vu. Is that the same old roof? And poems read aloud. A gypsy mystic cloud. Found at birth, from word to verse to social therapy. With no chips out, no need to doubt, no only what you need. And love seeps in from friend to friend like most fabric is weed. And those lines you paint, they make me think of things still yet to be. When passion takes hold, temptation must unfold, and obstacles erased. Take your maker's mark. The lines on your face, your gentle embrace. The thought in my head that it's time for bed. Thanks for listening, folks. Yes, Mike McKinley. I knew that you would know. Somehow I knew that you would know. I think somebody actually, bootleg recorded it off their phone and sent me. I got a copy of it at some point. That show was just second to none. I mean, there's a lot of great memories that I can thank Higher Ground for, but man, that show, the Ray Davis show, the Kinks. Who knows if we'll ever get to see the Kinks? You know, there was a rumor that we might get to, that there was some sort of reconciliation, but we'll see. We got a surprise Fish album, so, you know, I mean, that's something. So, speaking of that, let's all hope we can make it to New Jersey this summer. There's a song called Shoreline in Jersey that actually I believe was written the morning after the wingsuit set on the beach in Atlantic City. With the water coming up, I had a little nylon string guitar that I just was traveling with, and just really, should have driven back home and to get ready for work the next day or whatever. And it's like, I'm gonna stay here and write a song. So it probably was more of just wanting to hang out on the beach, but I needed to really just kind of convince myself. And I like the song. I think it's a cool song. It calls back to get all fishy. I know everybody's not a Fish fan, and for those of you who are not, I apologize for telling Fish stories, but this one does reference summer tour in 1996 and being out in Deer Creek and camping right next to the cornfields, and one night just trying to sleep outside under the stars on a sleeping bag, and just looking up and just, I think, pretty much staying up almost all night just watching the I think it's the Perseids or the Leonids, the meteor shower that was happening, whichever one happens in August. It's like August 14th or 12th or 11th or sometime in August, but such a great time. So some of that made it into this song somehow. But I hope you like the song. I hope you like what you're hearing. I hope you're having a wonderful night. I hope you're having an absolutely great 420 and celebrating and with your little units. I've got my unit here is me and my fiance. We're going to get married in August here in Burlington. If people can get together, and if people can't get together, we might do a social distanced wedding, which is, I guess, a new thing. But who knows? Most important thing is, that we're together, and right now, a real important thing is that we're all here together. That's what we have. I think as humans, all we really have is just each other. And it's good to do good things and try to help people. And Mr. Rogers, what he says, always look for the helpers when there's a tragedy. If you look around, don't look for the crazy things that are happening. Look for the helpers. So I'll get off my soapbox, and this is called Shoreline in Jersey. Shoreline in Jersey, with shells at my feet. Coffee's getting colder, but it's sweet, oh so sweet. And the sun is rising as I sit here and I'm pining in Jersey, in Jersey. Seagull is dancing as the water starts to creep, searching for a meal now as the water retreats, and the cycle's divided. It's my time that I'm biting in Jersey, in Jersey. tracing the horizon where the ocean and sky meet. Water looks peaceful, but it's a circus now far beneath, and it sure feels funny, all the diversions caused by money. Think of where we'd be, how we'd see, remembering the shooting stars on a blanket amongst the cars. Indiana was a start. By New York you had stole my heart, and Debbie G, she called you sweetie, and the memory still warms me as I sit here, yeah, I sit here in New Jersey, New Jersey, singing and thinking and trying to retreat away from the patterns that stunt the speech of my soul. And don't you know that it's embracing the soul of Jersey, of Jersey. And the water's getting closer as the tide climbs up the beach, and my fingers are getting tired of playing the songs to relieve the pain and the stain, life's love lessons and refrain. In Jersey, in Jersey, shoreline in Jersey, with shells at my feet, searching for a meal now as the water retreats out of the darkness and the cold, digging the daggers out of my soul. Goodbye, New Jersey, goodbye, New Jersey. That's Shoreline in Jersey. I'm going to do a cover tune here. So all of my covers tonight, I decided, are going to be songs that have some sort of relationship to Higher Ground. So Higher Ground presented Bob Dylan out in Shelburne, and it was just amazing. You know, I know amongst people who love Bob Dylan that there's a lot of controversy amongst which period of Bob Dylan that is the best or the most profound. But I loved that show. I loved hearing him sing all the old standards. I loved hearing him sing all of his old songs in new ways, and like a lot of those Shelburne shows, you're able to get really close, and I was about second row away from Bob Dylan, watching him from the audience, and I think one time I made eye contact with him. I don't know, he's a very mysterious man, and he had some very mysterious things up on the stage. So anyway, so this is a Dylan song. I'm actually doing I have a series called Burgundy Thursdays that I do every Thursday at Radio Bean, or every other Thursday at Radio Bean, and now while we're all at home, I'm doing them every Thursday from here at 7:30, and this coming week I'm doing a tribute to Bob Dylan. So the show in Shelburne was just great. I think it was maybe the 5th or 6th time I'd seen Bob Dylan, and I think by far my favorite. So anyway, I hope I can do this justice. I hope you guys are enjoying. I hope you guys are having such a great night out there, guys and gals and everybody of every gender and every race and every creed and all beliefs. I hope everybody's having a good night, and I hope that everybody believes in love and believes that love will bring us through. So, my love, she speaks like silence, without ideas or violence. She doesn't have to say she's faithful, that she's true like ice, like fire. People carry roses, make promises by the hours. My love, she laughs like the flowers Valentine's can't buy her. In the dime stores and bus stations, people talk of situations, read books repeat quotations, draw conclusions on the wall. Some speak of the future. My love, she speaks softly. She knows there's no success like failure, and that failure's no success at all. The cloak and dagger dangles, madams like the candles, ceremonies of the horsemen, even the pawn must hold a grudge. Statues made of matchsticks crumble into one another. My love winks, she does not bother. She knows too much to argue or to judge. The bridge at midnight trembles. The country doctor rambles. Banker's nieces seek perfection, expecting all the gifts that wise men bring. The wind howls like a hammer. The night blows cold and rainy. My love, she's like some raven at my window with a broken wing. Thank you, Bob Dylan. And so this next one I will send out to one of my favorite people who used to be on Earth, and now she's up with the stars, my Nana. There's a song I wrote for her called Little Bird. Start off thinking and trying to find, end up finding things left behind. Time flows swiftly, quick river in your mind. Tune it out some and find your light. The shapes you see in your mind, perspectives bent, you must decide. Inside, and trails well worn can lead you to a faster fall for the grains of sand falling over you. I've been thinking of my family, 510 miles away. Every visit now means everything. Things slip away, and those people who mean everything, that shape your whole wide world. They fuel the love that's in your heart. Now fly like a little bird. The shapes you see in your mind, perspectives bent, you must decide. Inside, and trails well worn can lead you to a faster fall for the grains of sand falling over you. I'll also send that one out to my mama, who's listening from Essex Junction tonight. And I think this is one of her favorite songs, actually, this next one. Because of course her little boy wrote it. So this one is a sing-along, so oh wow. Hey Matt Nobleman. Good to hear from you. Happy 420 to you also, Matt, brother. So this one's got a sing-along in it, so if you want to sing at the top of your lungs along with me and along with some of the folks at home, please do. It's back of a sail, tomorrow's on the back of a sail. And you'll know when to come in, so let's all sing along and have a group bonding experience right now. Run away, little French girl. You know that you're making me sick. That ego hurts your posture, like a communist stuck in a ditch. With the trials and the journeys that we've been through, I would hope you would see where I am. Fly away, lift up with the wind. Tomorrow's on the back of a sail, back of a sail, back of a sail. Tomorrow's on the back of a sail. Run away, little gypsy girl. The weather is turning again. Your mother is calling you home now, and it really is time for a trip. Oh, I miss your words and your soft, gentle touch. Late nights have been really a gas. Fly away, lift up with the wind. Tomorrow's on the back of a sail, back of a sail, back of a sail. Tomorrow's on the back of a sail. Carry on, oh little sly girl, with your beauteous, curious lips. Your laughter fills up the ballroom. Humbleness, your greatest gift. And you soar through the sky on your tiny white cloud. It's really a sight to see. Fly away, lift up with the wind. Tomorrow's on the back of a sail, back of a sail, back of a sail. Tomorrow's on the back of a sail. So this was the story of many a girl. There's many a girl left to meet. This one's an artist, and this one's a waitress, and this one she begs on the street. All of them search through their lives till they find a combination or maybe a key. Fly away, lift up with the wind. Tomorrow's on the back of a sail, back of a sail, back of a sail. Tomorrow's on the back of a sail, back of a sail, back of a sail. Tomorrow's on the back of a sail. So thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna do a little tune up here, or tune down. I'm gonna do another cover song that has another relation to Higher Ground and all the amazing memories that Higher Ground has given us all throughout the years. I cannot wait for whatever that first show back is going to be, because I want to be there. I want to be there. Something fierce. So this next one was a show that Higher Ground presented up at the fairgrounds, and it was this one right here, Neil Young and Promise of the Real, and what year was that? I don't even remember what year it was. This was back from 2015, Saturday, July 19th, at the Expo. I actually used to have the bottle cap of a beer I drank out in the parking lot on here, but so here's this, and it was just so amazing to see Neil Young. I had never seen Neil Young live before. Let's go put this down here. And you know, like a lot of the shows up here, it wasn't very difficult to get right up to the front. I can't remember if it was GA on the ground or how it happened, but again, I found myself, I think, about 3 rows back from Neil, and he came out and played some songs solo, like Old Man, which was just profound, just hearing him as an old man singing a song he wrote about his impressions of an old man from when he was a young man. So thank you, Higher Ground, and Alex, and, you know, always Kevin. Kevin, you know, man, he built such a great thing, and it just brings us so much joy, and I love that it's been carrying on, and all the folks throughout the years, you know, and Nick was in the box office, and everybody, and Chris Friday, you know, you've not played a show until you've had Chris Friday as your stage manager. It's the best, and it can be the scariest, but it's the best. Chris Friday makes shows the best. He's the secret sauce behind so many great shows that happened at Higher Ground. But there's just so many people that have worked at Higher Ground over the years that have just made so many people's lives richer. So thank you to all the Higher Ground folks for having me on the stream tonight. Thanks for having me over the years at the club. The last time I played there, I think, was opening up for Caitlin Smith, which was a real treat. It's like right before I saw it get announced, I was listening to her album that was just released. I was like, man, I wonder if this performer's coming to town. And there she was on the Higher Ground website, and it didn't seem like there was an opener, so I reached out and got it, and she was amazing. She brought me donuts from the Holy Donut in Portland, Maine, where she played the night before. So we'll send this Neil Young song out to Caitlin Smith, and we'll just kind of cross streams a little bit, and because we are here on 2 streams, on Instagram and on Facebook. Hello, everybody out there, and hello, JP Faust. It's good to see you out there, brother. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Long live Higher Ground. Bit closer, hear what I have to say. It's like children sleeping, we can dream this night away. There's a full moon rising, go dancing in the light. We know where the music's playing. Let's go out and feel the night. 'cause I'm still in love with you. Wanna see you dance again. I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. When we were strangers, I watched you from afar. When we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. Now it's getting late and the moon is climbing high. Wanna celebrate, see it shining in your eye. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. Many lines to tow, don't know how many years to go. And you sit there in that wooden chair, thinking whether to act or just stare. New roads are calling, new thoughts are breaking through. These days are overdue. Searching without a cause. My eyes are open, my nerves are raw. I take my ship now to the man. He advises and listens the best that he can. His days are over, that life is through. And like the sting of a bitter dream, it's time anew. New roads are calling, new thoughts are breaking through. These days are overdue. Now I'm searching without a cause. My eyes are open, my nerves are raw. Another bottle in the bin. Serum is good, sometimes it's bad to hold it in. And I'm lost, but I found thick vines and cold hard lines, divided quiet sound. New roads are calling, new thoughts breaking through. These days are overdue. Now I'm searching without a cause. My eyes are open, my nerves are off. Many lines to toe. Nobody knows how many years to go. Thanks for listening, everyone. That last one was a song of mine called Many Lines to Toe. Right before it, Neil Young, Harvest Moon. Yeah, how's everyone doing out there tonight? You doing all right? Everything cool? You know, you treating yourself all right? Awesome. Oh, I see all those hearts flowing up there. That is awesome. So, it's nice to be here sharing some time with all y'all. Very, very nice. I can't wait to see everyone again real soon. So this is the first song I wrote after moving to Burlington. And it's a song called Change Before You. It's kind of one of those songs that just kind of paint a little picture of a little tiny moment in time. So, hope you dig it as much as I dig the memory of when it was happening. Getting warmed up halfway through, shaking off those cold fingertip blues. Let the tank wind further down. Winter sure was pretty in this town. Take the road. Don't worry about what you don't know. Halfway home. Seasons change before you sow. Speeding up just to slow down, keeping pace to stay above ground. Light, I see it, it's not far ahead. I lean over as I fall out of bed. Take the road. Don't worry about what you don't know. Halfway home. Seasons change before you sow. That's called Change Before You. Thank you guys for watching and listening. I'm going to take a little moment here to, we're broadcasting on Facebook, which this will stay connected with you, but on Instagram it's about to stop because it only goes for an hour and we are at 10 o'clock right now. So I'm going to restart the Instagram. So if you're on Instagram watching, please just go back to the Higher Ground page and I'll be right here waiting for you. I'll make sure everybody's back before I come back on. And we'll go here and now. I'll share to the story and then I'll go back up here and then I'll just keep talking about what I'm doing. Hey babe. Would you mind grabbing me a beer? Thank you so much. Awesome. Yeah, see, if I was at Higher Ground right now, I would be asking Buck to get me a beer. asking him very nicely, because Buck is a big sweetheart. If he's watching right now, hey Buck. He's actually one of the folks I've known longest in town. Uh-oh. Oh, that's Amanda. That's my fiance. She's grabbing a beer and she's kind of being like my stage manager tonight. All right, so yeah, we got some folks back on the Instagram. Mike McKinley, good to see ya. And everybody right there. Wow, it's so absolutely cool. Troy, good to see you.
Not open yet.
Not open, all right.
Good luck.
Thank you. So, bam. So yeah, so it's so super nice to be here and just chilling out with you guys tonight. This next song, so there's a band that I just absolutely love from Rhode Island, and before I ever went and saw them live, for whatever reason, their name just completely turned me off. And I see them listed, like, I've heard they're good, but, who knows. And then I, in 2004, had moved right down the street from the original OG Higher Ground in Winooski, and I could walk there. So no more was it driving up from Washington, D.C. in the snow and almost driving off the road and just having these crazy experiences. Now I was living right down the road from the coolest nightclub in all of America, Higher Ground. And there was this band called The Slip playing. And it was actually the last month that the OG Higher Ground was still there before they moved over to South Burlington, where they are now. And I was like, all right, I'll give these guys a chance. And went down there. I think I was working the next morning at like 8 or 7 or 6 or something like that. I was managing a banquet department over at the Sheridan, and had to get up super early sometimes to get over there. And I was like, I'm going to go see these guys. They, it's the end of the original Higher Ground. So, going to go out there, check them out, come home, go to sleep, be responsible, get up and go to work in the morning. And man, I was absolutely blown away. The name of the band is The Slip, and Brad Barr, Andrew Barr, and Mark Friedman, the three of them create something that is, the metaphorical, larger than the sum of the parts kind of band. Just absolutely amazing. And it was a night that just really just crushed me, and it was just like, wow, I had missed so many shows of these guys nearby, like when I lived in DC at the old 930 Club or places like that down there, and never went, and then finally went, and it's just like, whoa, it's just the power of music. And so yeah, The Slip, now they're the two brothers, Brad and Andrew, have a band called the Barr Brothers, and I used to present them at Parima, which was a really cool nightclub here in Burlington that existed where the Three Needs is right now. But before it was the Three Needs, it was Parima, and I booked all the music, and it was awesome. It's awesome now, but man, when there was live music in there, it was really, really cool. So I'm going to send this one out. This one is an arrangement by The Slip. It was written by Nathan Moore, and I could tell you some Nathan Moore stories. But they have a band called Surprise Mr. Davis, which you should check out, that recorded an album here in Burlington with Brett Hughes that I scream on. And Brad Barr played this here guitar on that album. This Man Eats Morning for Breakfast, I believe is the name of the album. But yeah, the guys stayed with me, and I told him about Brett Hughes and the amazing producer that he is, and they had a couple other folks had referred him over to them. They went and recorded this album, which is amazing. So The Slip, this is a song called I Hate Love. So I hope you love it as much as I do. And thanks for tuning in. We are here from my little music studio in the New North End of Burlington. You are beautiful. I can see you out there right through the lens. Out there in Facebook land and Instagram land. Look at that pretty smile. My heart, the moment I could tell she was beautiful, the world fell. And I didn't rise, but sank downward, 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 down. If I'd cried, I would surely have drowned, all because I had nothing to trust. I feel without thinking, I hate love, I hate love, I hate love. I hate love, I hate love. Desire always enters at an angle. It catches the light just so. You know that if you step to the side, love dies, love dies, love dies, I'm sure. I don't want to despise her. I don't want to be there when she fills me with disgust. Just because she's so sweet. I hate love, I hate love, I hate love. I hate love, I hate love. How the hell am I supposed to fall for an angel? It just doesn't somehow seem true. She says it's good to be tangled up in blue, 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 up in blue. I can't argue, I love her, I do. It's just all the moth-winged dust, just a matter of time. It's all because of lust, but I hate love, I hate love, I hate love. Yeah, I hate love, I hate love, I hate love. I hate love. So let's raise a toast to all of our friends out there who are on the front lines, working in the hospitals, serving us food, delivering our mail, picking up the trash and recycling, and all those things and that need to happen to keep everything going. So let's raise a toast to all of our essential workers out there. And let's get back to the music. This one's about a friend of mine who is a refugee who landed here in Burlington. And we worked together, we cooked together. And man, I feel like I learned so much from this man. It's amazing sometimes, you know, the things that one can take for granted, you know, when you've never seen things from the other side, and when you get, you know, when you're able to see through the eyes of somebody who's lived through a war and who's fought in a war with guns and craziness, and you see, you know, it's kind of, you know, the imprint that it's left, and you know, the appreciation for the little things in life. You know, I'd say before I met my friend, his name is Midhat. You know, I don't know, in a weird way, I feel like I was a different person than after I had met him. and we kind of learned a lot about each other. Cooking, cooking is definitely like one of those equalizer kind of things. But anyway, Mid-Hot, if you're out there listening, this one's for you. And I'm also going to send this out to my friend Aaron Burrows, who I believe is out in Michigan. And he always requests this song every time I see him. I think the last time I saw him in Burlington, he was driving down the road and he leaned his head out the car and he's like, play that chicken song. It's like, chicken song. Like, oh, I know what you're talking about, man. So anyway, so it's going out to Mid-Hot and to Aaron. It's called Many Years Later. And thank you guys so much for listening. And thank you, Higher Ground, for having me. And by the way, Aaron, if you're watching, man, that was a horrible impression of you. I can do much better impressions of you. You know. He's the man of many hats. Ask him, yeah, he knows what things is at. Buy the chickens. Chat him up, but he's always listening. Can't really imagine what it must have felt like the day that he went to war. What kinds of thoughts went through this kind man's mind? And did he ever question exactly what he was fighting for? No. Many years later, we're sitting out here on my porch, sharing a beer, sharing a smoke, sharing a laugh, and sharing a joke. It must be strange when you've seen it from the other side. Finding peace on rooftops when we was looking for a place to hide. He's the man of many hats. Ask him, yeah, he knows where things is at. He's around the corner over by the chickens. Chat him up, but he's always listening. Thank you. Thank you for listening tonight. Just have a couple more. Actually, I have a couple requests coming up in a little bit. I'm going to send this next one out to you, Burlington. I love you. I love you so much. You've been such a good friend, Burlington. And I'll never be able to thank you enough for welcoming me into your city and into your hearts. You certainly have made quite the impression on mine. So this one's a song called A Quiet Pun. Just got a couple more. Like I said earlier, if you're looking for somewhere to donate to, please donate to like organizations like Music Cares, that's helping tour workers, people who make all your favorite tours go around. They're out of work for a while now. Hopefully not for too long, but Music Cares is helping to get them paid. And there's a lot of other great places to give to, and bless your soul, each and every one of you, for doing what you're doing and what you can do to make the world a better place. So this is called A Quiet Pun. Rooftop gazing down the alley, waiting mindful things to come. Back in time to the Telluride Valley, beauty glistens and off it runs. And it comes down to a story long ago when time was young. On a level plane in the theater, I pressed forward and out the sun. Take me back to California, to the balancing setting sun. On a road so narrow and winding, like a quilt that's been perfectly strung. Wooden planks, discolored and weathered, reminds me of many, many things to come. Over, under, the bets placed already, beauty reflects in your chosen one. And I'll tell you a tiny secret, maybe it's really just a quiet one. Faith is lost in those who observe it when opinions harden and lined up. Take me back to California, to the balancing setting sun. On a road so narrow and winding, like a quilt that's been perfectly strung. Take me back to California, to the balancing setting sun. On a road so narrow and winding, like a quilt that's been perfectly strung. Rooftop gazing down the alley, waiting mindful things to come. I like my drink strong till I can't see. I've traveled far and long and let my virtue carry me. I stumble to the bar just down the street. It's a painted red sign, and guess who I see? Midnight Jones and the Jimmer. Hitch comes around the corner for dinner. It's a family affair, don't get caught in a dead man's stare. Beer and a shot and a toast to all of you sinners. Taking shots of a whiskey with this guy named Mike. Sitting in the window, man, and who did I see? Over there was Jimmer in the shade and with a drink. Yeah, Midnight Jones and the Jimmer. Hitch comes around the corner for dinner. It's a family affair, don't get caught in a dead man's stare. Beer and a shot and a toast to all of you sinners. Now let me paint a little story about the future of the past. It's not a second moment that that moment has just passed. Not a single second of reality. It's more or less the cusp of actuality. Every action grows for a time just before you know. You might perform a little show to make you think that you know what you know, what you know, yeah. Midnight Jones and the Jimmer. Pitch comes around the corner for the dinner. It's a family affair. Don't get caught in a dead man's stare. A beer in the shower and a toast to all of you sinners. The body's a vessel for the soul. The body is a vessel for the soul. Where it leads you, you'll never know. Where it takes you, you gotta go. Where it leads you, you'll never know. Where it takes you, you gotta go. Thank you. So this one's called Midnight Jones and the Jimmer. That one goes out to my buddy Eric Regal Siegelstad. He requested that one, and this next one is another request from my good buddy down in Maryland, Mark Ferber. Mark, if you're watching, hello. I hope you are doing wonderful. I hope your family is doing wonderful. I hope all of you out there watching, I hope all of your families are doing well and that you're doing well. And yeah, so I just got a couple more. And this one's called Matter Over Time. Sitting quietly, the world is turning. I cannot feel it, still I wait patiently. Ideas are bursting out, the space between the sand. The clouds float along into infinity. I don't know why I wasn't equipped to fly. It's just a restriction. I cannot know why. I inflate my lungs with the breath from my third eye, and then I see you. I'm feeling quite shy. I take a step, but I end up on the wrong side of the earth. The breeze, it fluctuates as I sit by and wait. My feet are planted down, I sense tectonic plates. I wanna wake up without another cup to delude my mind and rub my senses blind. Synchronistic patterns, ever changing, never changing. Stretching matter over time and rearranging. Synchronistic patterns, ever changing and ever changing. Stretching matter over time and rearranging. I don't know why I wasn't equipped to fly. It's just a restriction. I cannot know why. I inflate my lungs with the breath from my third eye, and then I see you. Well, I'm feeling quite shy. I take a step, but I end up on the wrong side of the earth. Synchronistic patterns, ever changing, never changing. Stretching matter over time and rearranging. Synchronistic patterns, ever changing and ever changing. Stretching matter over time and rearranging. Thank you guys so much. Thank all of you guys for being here tonight with me. A big thanks to Higher Ground and everybody that makes Higher Ground the absolute wonderful place that it is. I can't wait to see all of you guys at the first show back. Thank all of you guys who are listening right now. I know some of you have been listening for the whole show. I've been checking it out there on the live feed, and it means so much. I've got one more song for you. Before that, just want to remind you that if you like what you hear, or if you just like the hang, if it's a cool hang, you're like, yeah, cool, yeah. His songs are okay, but it's a real cool. Every Thursday, come over to the Joe Adler Facebook page, and I do a show called Burgundy Thursdays. We usually do it at Radio Bean, but now it's 7:30 every Thursday on my page, and that one is no repeats. So I play a whole new set every week. I hang out, I tell lots of stories, and I think I'm going to start having some guests on the shows. So thank you, and thanks for connecting, thanks for being out here on Instagram. You guys rock. On Facebook, you guys rock. Out in the living room, my lady, you rock out there. Thanks, dude. So this last one is called The Only Night. This goes out to each and every one of you. It's a little ditty that I wrote with each and every one of you in mind. So I hope you enjoy. Long live Higher Ground. Support local music. I guess at this point, support all your local streams. And treat yourself good. Treat yourself right. And we'll all be back out there doing our things in no time. So until then, until next time, thank you so much for being here. My name's Joe Adler. Thank you, Higher Ground. And this is called The Only Night. It's so advisable to be reliable. Look inside yourself. Believe in any dream that fits your identity. Who are you anyway? And the friends you see every day can easily slip away. Tomorrow's just a game we play. Oh, we play. Oh, we play. And hold on to me tight, because tonight's not every night. Tonight's the only night. Thanks so much, everyone. Hi, Bob Wagner. Good to see you guys. Happy 420. Time to get back to business.